and he addicted to us, and he already got us. Come on. When God already got us, just like crack have some people, God got us. He has us. He want to keep us. Amen. He won't leave us. And where you go, the crack man will follow you. Crack. God kind of love. God kind of love is make you do right when you want to do wrong. Uh-huh. Love make you do right. Make you stay out all night long sometimes. Love will. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. Yeah, well, love. When you love somebody, when you just love somebody, you can't help yourself. Makes no difference how much your mom talk. Ain't gonna make no difference how much your daddy try to keep you away from them. But now, I'm just love. I'm in love. And y'all just don't understand. You have kids, you just don't understand. But you know, without a shadow of a doubt, that boy or that girl don't love you. But you in love. And you all shook up. And mom can't tell you nothing. Daddy can't tell you nothing. Why? Because what? I'm in love. And I'm all shook up. Hallelujah, glory to God. But this kind of love that I'm talking about, this love will love you back. See, some people's in love with somebody, but that somebody is not really in love with them. Are y'all with me? But when you fall in love with the one above and get hooked on him, you can rest for sure that you are hooked. Somebody say, I need to get hooked in here today. John 3:16 said, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Why? Because he loved. God so loved the what? The world. He loved us. So that's the reason why he gave his life for us. And God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. So I love God so until I don't mind by doing and giving him what he asks for. When you love somebody, when you love somebody, you'll give them anything. And they can't love you back, or they don't want to love you back. I don't want to get too crazy in here. I don't want to get too crazy. Because sometimes, we think that love is about sex. If love was sex, then y'all would have somebody that you had a long time ago, but they went on to somebody else, and now you just thinking about how it was some years ago, but that really wasn't love. Because sex does not have anything to do with. I heard people say, he loved me. Or she loves me. And soon it's over. Can't find him. You up crying, where is he? But it wasn't love. So now what? Don't get me wrong now. Don't you get me wrong. We stay with one long enough, at least you will fall in love. And both of y'all will be in love. Huh? That's the reason why you find so many divorces, because there wasn't love. And some people don't ever want to get married because when they got married, they thought it was love, but it wasn't love, it was sex. Ain't gonna get no amen. But in order to know whether you're in love or not, when you fall in love with the one above, you start loving on him, he'll show you whether that one that you are with, he'll let you know he's not in love or she's not in love with you. That's what I like about God. When you fall in love with him, he show you great and mighty things. See, some men have been hurt because there was no love there in the house. She was loving somebody else and trying to love him at the same time. How many know you can't love two? Huh? You can't love two. Either you're going to love one and hate the other one. So what are you saying? I'm saying that it is good to fall in love with the one above. Do I have any witness up in this place here that somebody that was with you told you that they love you and they kept saying it and it got in your heart and now you are hooked? And later on, what they do? Smile in your face all the time, one time. They smiling in your face, but yet and still, that's not love. So in other words, when you get hooked on Christ, God began to do things that you never thought. Oh my God. When you get hooked on Christ, Christ always has been hooked on us. But we got to get hooked on him. And so we can always go to him. So now I'm a junkie for Christ. Somebody say I'm a junkie. Now you got to make sure you have to depend on him. Huh. You know, addiction, it means to become dependent on something. You know, you got to depend on when you're a junkie, when you're hooked on drugs, you depend on that drug. Late in the midnight hour, got to have it. Somebody say amen. You'll get up in the morning, you'll get out the bed at night and go and try to find it. Let me tell y'all something. Now I remember when I was about 22, 23 years of age, and I don't mind about telling you because I can tell you to help you out of what you're getting yourself into. And I remember good that, because most of my friends were white guys, because, you know, they didn't want to have the stuff. Most of my friends were white, most of them. And guess most of them live in Carmen, Georgia. Everybody know where races is at? That's where it's really in Carmen. You know, black people wasn't allowed in Carmen. Only no black can run up there in Carmen. Because I ran with the boys. So here it is now. You know, when you're young, that's why I want to deal with our young people. That's good. Most of my friends is dead. They didn't come out of it. I'm the one that can tell you. So here it is now. I'm running around on 14th Street. And down on 14th Street, that's where the hippies used to be. And so they had all kind of stuff. So what happened, I got with my boys. And so we go to Cumming. That's where they live at in Cumming. It's Jackson. Ain't nobody going to make you go to Cumming with us. We good. And so I go to Cumming with them. And then the next thing you know, that they had all kinds of names. Like they got names for drugs. Specklebirds and all this kind of stuff that they had. And, you know, and I have nobody tell me, really, don't go that way. Because anytime I want to share something with you all. You need to make sure you know what your children is doing when they're young and explain things to them while they are young. Don't shoo your children out the house and Mama, what is this here? What is this thing right here? What is that? Tell them what it is. Tell them what it'll do. Tell them, talk to them, sit down and talk to them and let them know about the facts of life. These kids now is smarter than you was when you, come on somebody, these kids are smart now, so you got to talk to them. And so what it was, they had nobody to talk to me. They tell me that, well, some things you ought to know. Nah, you're going to know. And so when I did get up and get out, like I was telling my two boys, I was telling them, I said, hey, when you're young like that, you think you're supposed to do this and that and all that kind of stuff. Everybody don't make it out. So I'm gonna start talking to a lot of our young boys here because they're getting wrapped up and tied up in the wrong thing. It's because there's no daddy figure. There's no daddy talking. Daddy too busy working. Or daddy too busy running the streets. Or daddy too busy doing the things that he ought not to be doing. You got to sit there and you got to talk to your children and you got to talk to your boy and let the boys know what you're going to run into. And so here it is now. I don't got now when I'm about 18 years old now, I got to try some stuff myself. And so here it is now. I done got with my boys down on 14th Street, and we running from one place to another. And then we were working together on the same jobs. And the next thing you know, they bring in specker birds and all this kind of stuff and anything that can get you higher. And so here it is now. I'm sitting there with him, and we running the streets and all that kind of stuff. And we brought some stuff, and he gave me something to hit you, boy. It don't knock you off your feet. It's make you think that you can climb mountains. It make you think that you can do the impossible. And here it is now. I feel myself getting where I got to have it. I can tell my wife about it. Wife used to throw, we were just getting married. She'd throw away some stuff and all that kind of stuff. She'd see it. I said, where am I stuffing? I couldn't tell her what I'm looking for. I couldn't tell her what I'm looking for. I couldn't tell her what I'm looking for. Next thing I know, I look back, where my stuff at? Stuff don't go. I said, no, stuff don't disappear. So here it is now. I remember that I had something, because when I get off from work, I can do a lot of things around the house. It keeps you moving, but it's going to kill you. And so what happened? My supervisor, he was a white guy. Tragedy too. He said, Jackson, he said, let me share something with you. What you're doing is going to kill you. Now, the white guys, he didn't say nothing to them. Because he's saying that they're going to die anyway. But when he told me that Jackson, that's going to kill you. In other words, he said, Jackson, keep doing that. You're going to get hooked. I went home one day, and I looked for that little pill that I had. I couldn't find it nowhere. I looked everywhere and couldn't find it. Know exactly where I put it at. Couldn't find it. I heard the Lord speaking to me. He said, now, you better leave that alone before you die. I stopped right then and there. I didn't fool with it anymore. And that was the truth. I was somewhere around my 20-something. I left that alone. God is awesome. I want to tell you, I was getting hooked. And I had fell in love with it. Did you see what I'm saying? When you get hooked on Christ, you will fall in love with him. You will say to yourself, I got to get into the house of God. It's something that I just got to do because I can't help myself. You can get yourself all messed up where you can't help yourself because you're in love with it. Now, on these two commandments. He said, hang all the law and the prophet.